I don't find myself using the word TikTok very often, but every once in a while I find it interesting to look at what the general public believes. For instance, you have such a large number of young women writing the most bizarre thoughts that I don't know whether to laugh at them or feel disappointed in humanity. Something out of the ordinary took place to me last night. On TikTok, I overheard a number of women crying because they felt they were being ignored by men. A young woman was heard bemoaning the fact that she has not been able to secure a boyfriend. Before he abruptly canceled their date, she had been exchanging messages with this one guy for quite some time. It would appear that a great number of women are suffering from emotional distress due to the fact that they are unable to locate an appropriate romantic companion. The producers of TikTok are well aware that informing the public about the seedier aspects of society that lie hidden behind the show's veneer of glitz would result in more negative outcomes than positive ones. The fact that no one is interested in dating a woman is, however, the single most devastating blow to her self-esteem, and yet these kinds of movies continue to be produced. This is the very first time that she has demonstrated any kind of desire in getting closer. It speaks something about the condition of the dating market that people's greatest fear is being turned down when they are asked out on a date. Predictions have been made regarding what will take place as increasing numbers of women like this enter the labor sector. You will be able to verify the following for yourselves in the year 2026. In 2010, 30% of all women had never been married and had never been married before. In 2020, women accounted for 33% of the population that was single and never married. By 2030, this percentage is projected to climb to between 35 and 37%. I wouldn't be surprised if it reached about 40 because a lot of women believe they deserve a certain kind of guy and desire the kind of guy that they see on TikTok, the girls who cry on it. They are not the ordinary teenage or young adult girls that you could come across on your travels. They are past their biological primes and are pleading for a male to take them, but he won't since they are all just like the normal modern woman who discards men after her 20s. They have passed their biological primes and are yearning for a gentleman to take them. If I could only make it to her late 20s without any money, then I will have the ability to accomplish everything I set my mind to. Women are willing to go to any length, including undergoing cosmetic surgery, altering their image online, and actively chasing men in order to increase their chances of finding a loving partner. They are interested in preteen and teenage girls. Unfortunately, this is the way the world works, and as a result, I believe that the future of dating will look a lot more like this rather than the marketplace becoming more balanced. This will be the case because an increasing number of men will not only stop dating, but they will also cause a shift in the dynamics, and women will realize what this means for them. If you find that difficult to comprehend, allow me to walk you through a day in the life of an average modern woman. In spite of the fact that their reproductive systems are hardwired to favor more than one partner, modern women have significantly higher expectations than ever before in history. In today's society, women are the only ones who are wanted simply for being women, whereas males are only sought if they can provide monetarily. Men who make an attempt to look appealing by lifting weights, gaining muscle, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle have a much better chance of succeeding in attracting women. The bar to attract a female is continuously increasing, and men who make this effort have a much better chance of succeeding. To aspire to graduate at the top of one's high school and university classes is something that a modern-day female does as soon as she approaches puberty and shows an interest in boys. It will not make a difference how she presents herself at all. It makes no difference what she is able to contribute to the alliance. The majority of the female students at the university or high school are competing with one another for the attention of the same 30 to 40 male students, while the remaining male students serve as a backup plan. They are the folks a woman can trust on to spend out with while she has one-night encounters with gorgeous guys and drinks excessively at social events. They are the backup plan, the people a woman can count on to hang out with. She will, in the end, wind up back with the guy who loved her and will go through the process of being discarded all over again. She will take care of herself and have fun while he is gone, but when he returns, she will make his life a living hell. It's completely incomprehensible that the 9s and 10s aren't the ones behind this scheme. Participation is open to everyone from a 7 down to a 5. They are hunting for wealthy men who are also tall and have a lot of spare time so that they can drink and act obnoxious. They have this completely irrational wish list of qualities, other than a man's physical attractiveness, that they believe males should have. They have the notion that these guys will behave in a manner befitting a queen and will be utterly devoted to her, yet men of superior caliber do not act in this manner. Because of this, the morning after she has a sexual encounter with a boy, she begins to gripe about how toxic boys are, and this pattern continues until she has graduated from college and is getting near to turning 25 years old. Despite the fact that she was formerly quite popular among the chats, she is no longer desired by them, and she has accepted the fact that her attractiveness is decreasing and that they no longer want her. She causes a lot of drama and trouble for guys who I just want a healthy, stable relationship with, but this doesn't last long and, eventually, she stops getting any matches on Twitter because she plays around with the feelings of regular guys as her own looks decline but her ego remains intact. This is because she creates a lot of drama and trouble for guys who I just want a healthy, stable relationship with. If she still possesses even a hint of her youthful beauty, the vast majority of men will view her as nothing more than a sexual object. This is the reason why so many women who once had their pick of potential suitors have found that as they have gotten older, the best ones have turned their backs on them. She has a hard time accepting responsibility for the consequences of her actions most of the time. Because she has been coddled her whole life, she takes criticism very personally, which is the reason why her discourse has taken a different path as a result. Because she is unappealing to men and nobody is interested in dating her, they have ceased reaching out to her. There is a future for dating, and it will involve women walking on their tiptoes while wailing about how men are jerks. After all, we're simply human, and there are only so many acceptable sexual conventions. There is only 1% of men who have gotten this far that aren't interested in dating her because they've already achieved everything it is they want to do in their lives. She is worthy of being treated in such a regal manner. It won't be long before a lot of pupils in 7th and 8th grade understand that successful men are not born but made. Pick just the most desirable girls. Either they can date men on her level like regular people, or they can continue to be locked in the same circle. They have the option of doing either. To tell you the truth, though, it would be in everyone's best interest if men simply continued to disregard women in general. Since you should assume that I am aware of how distressing it may be for you to be rejected, and I am also aware that the same experience can be 10 times more traumatic for women. Don't waste your time with the rubbish of today. Women are not interested in acquiring material goods, and they do not dress provocatively or apply makeup in order to attract attention to themselves. But what do you think will happen if all of the males ignore her and turn their backs on her? Her mental equilibrium is thrown off, and she thereafter feels disoriented. She is unable to tolerate being rejected on because of the significance that women place on this aspect. Rejection hurts males just as much as it does women. Men feel it just as intensely. The more that women continue their insanity, the more that dating will become like this in the future, which will force them to see that they, too, are responsible for bringing something to the table, and the more unpleasant the women's dating experiences will become. We guys are used to her. She needs to learn how to cook, or at least be willing to contribute to a relationship and put in the effort, or else she will continue to be rejected by men. If she does not do one of these things, she will be rejected by men very soon. Do you feel that this will cause a significant number of men to completely reject the institution of marriage? While thousands of successful and content men are living their best lives and wondering what took place, hundreds of women are bawling their eyes out and griping about how toxic men are. Meanwhile, these men are living their best lives. I will see you all very soon, so please take care of yourselves till then.